it's me, Lisa, and welcome to A Proverbs Home. Today I am going to share some things with you I have here on my table, and I have a story that goes with it that's very interesting. I hope that you're doing great, that your day is going good, you had a good weekend, and you got everything accomplished you need to get accomplished. It's the beginning of the week. You know how the beginning of the week is? We have to go out and do our shopping. We have to do cleaning, and you know, I am really getting in the mood to declutter. I am just getting in that mood again. So I'm starting slowly. I was having kind of like stressful time, and I'm like, I need to kind of go through my dresser drawers again and declutter and get rid of stuff I don't wear, and you know, take those things and maybe take them to Salvation Army, or maybe some of those clothes, they will fit one of my friends and I could take it to her house. So I was thinking about doing that because that's a great way for her to not to have to go buy new clothes. Okay, we're going to be talking about bartering. Bartering. Now, a lot of people don't use that word anymore, but to barter means to like exchange something, to have a deal on something, to swap something for something else that someone has. A lady at my job, she brings eggs to us all the time. These are eggs from her chicken. I think this one is a duck egg. Yep, that's a duck egg. And she brings them to work all the time. She knows I love to use duck eggs for baking. So I wanted to do something in return because she's constantly bringing us eggs. Not just me, she'll bring other employees eggs. So I thought a great way to also be able to help her out, I gave her some baking powder. I gave her one just like this, but a brand new one. It wasn't open, so I gave her a baking powder. I also gave her a package of chocolate chips. So she had a bag of chocolate chips that I gave her because I was trying to give her things that I know she can bake with. And also I gave her a container of almond milk. Now she doesn't drink almond milk, but she said her daughter does because her daughter doesn't drink regular milk. So that worked out perfect, and this one is mine. So I thought that was great to be able to barter with her, and she's given us eggs that we can bake and make scrambled eggs and sandwiches and baking and cooking. Why not give her something that she can cook with, right? Bartering is a really good thing, but we think bartering, okay, that's great, eggs for food. But what about bartering for scissors? Do you have an extra pair of scissors? Now, these scissors, I got them for very cheap. I think it was $2 at a yard sale. And I looked these up. These are really, really good scissors. Very good scissors, and these also can be used for arts and crafts. They're great scissors to use. You can barter with someone. Maybe if they do have eggs, they own chickens and hens, and the price of eggs is crazy, and you decided, you know what, I don't want to go out and spend $10 on eggs or $20 on eggs. What if they're into crafts, they have children, they're into sewing? You can exchange some scissors for some eggs. This is a great thing. Now, I have a lot of scissors everywhere around the house. I can't find them all, but I do have a lot of scissors. That's a great way to barter, is to give somebody something that they can use in their home, especially if they're a homemaker. And everyone can really use scissors, homemaker or not. We can all use scissors. Another great thing to barter are notebooks. Notebooks and journals. These are very popular right now. People like to write their feelings down. It's not only about writing feelings, maybe writing somebody a letter, which does include feelings, right? Writing somebody a nice letter that lives far away, maybe someone that goes to your church, someone that hasn't been feeling well, somebody in the area that you want to go on ahead and you want to write to. This is a great way to do it. I have a sketch pad here because I like to draw, and I have these books that I love to write. They can also use books for grocery lists, for goals, for decluttering, for different things they want to do in their home. Those extra notebooks and journals that you have that are not written in, that you never use, those are great things to barter with someone. You could even say maybe they have a lot of rice in their pantry, and you're out of rice. You can always barter, say, hey, look, I have these great journals, these great books that you could keep notes in. Would you like to trade some of your rice for some of my journals or my notebooks? You'd be surprised, especially people that have kids. They usually say yes, and you can barter with them and make an exchange. I think that's a great idea. I think it's a great idea. Also, another thing that's great to barter is sewing. Things to sew. In this little basket, I have this cute doily. You can make a little pillow with this, or you can make a napkin with it. I have all these little pieces of material. I have this tool, ribbon, sewing, needle, and spool. And I just got little things in here, little pieces of like jewelry and stuff, you know, stuff that I really don't use, little pieces of extra jewelry. Stuff like that is great to barter also. There are people that like to make pillows, women that like to make pillows, and men too, that like to sew or like to do different things with pieces of jewelry or create art. That's a great way to barter, is give them some material that has some sewing needle and thread with it, and they can make pillows, or they can make some napkins for their table, where they can save on buying napkins and make their own napkins. If you have extra things like that, those are great things to barter with friends. Things that you have in your home. You know, my husband, he knows how to barter very well. And he used to always tell me about bartering. I'm not doing that. That's embarrassing. I don't want to go to someone and say, can you exchange this for this? Or when I go to a yard sale, can I have this for a lot less? You know, can you make me a deal? That's kind of bartering too. And I used to be so embarrassed to do that. I think it was more pride. I didn't want people to think like I was trying to beg. But guess what? I watched him for all the years I've known my husband. Nobody's ever thought anything bad about him. And every time I go to a yard sale and he's not with me, guess what? They'll say, where's your husband? They like him so much. And he's so good at bartering. He's really good. He's actually taught me to do that. Once in a while, I'll do it. If I feel comfortable with the people, if I kind of know them, I've been to their yard sales, I've been to their estate sales, I might barter with them. But usually I'll go to my husband and say, can you go try to barter this? You know, that's really, you know, we still have to pay for it, but we call it bartering. Even though bartering really means to swap, to switch, but it also means to sell. But mostly when people barter, we've done that in the lunchroom when we were kids with our lunch boxes, right? We barter with our lunch boxes. We gave our friends, you give me that sandwich, I'll give you a cookie. Well, why don't we do that now? If you have really good friends and neighbors that are really great neighbors with you, there's ways of bartering. Our neighbor one time, he came over and he painted a scratch on it was our old car. He painted some scratches in our car. He did not want any money for it, but what he did, he bartered with my husband. And my husband gave him some tools and some things, and that's what they did. They bartered. So don't be afraid to barter what you have at home. I did go to the Dollar Tree, and I gotta tell you, there is a lot of the spring stuff is already out at the Dollar Tree. Watch this video.
Ooh, since I found you, I've been running like a fool. Open my arms for you. I was young, and that's what young people do. Running, then I run back to you, just like the running people do. Running to be understood, think I keep running on back to you.
Those things, shears, gloves, pots, all the little things you put in the ground. They have all this stuff now at the Dollar Tree that you can go on ahead and that you can buy. That's really awesome. If you need an extra pair of garden gloves, go to the Dollar Tree. They're only $1.25. They're very inexpensive. And you know you can use garden gloves also for the winter. You put them on top of your gloves. If your children are playing out in the snow, it keeps their hands from getting wet. So garden gloves are really, really great to use even during the winter time. So, you know, they have all this stuff there, but I am waiting for seeds. When seeds come out, I am going to be there and buy me lots of seeds to use this year in our garden. Bartering is a great thing to do. Learning to barter with your friends. Now, I would say I would barter with, I have some good friends I could do that with. I don't know if I would do that with everyone, and I'm not saying to do that with everything either. There's some things we just give away because we love people and we want to share what we have. But if people are willing to share with us, they have some extra things that they're wanting to get rid of. go on ahead and barter it. They are nice enough to give you books and different things. Look through your stash. Switch those eggs for some books. Switch your eggs for even some coffee. If you like to drink tea, you can always give some coffee for some bags of tea. There's so many ways. So don't just think one way and put all your eggs in one basket. Remember, there are so many different ways to barter, so many different ways to have fun and to enjoy being frugal and enjoy being a homemaker. May God bless you, everybody. Have a great day. Kisses and hugs. I love you all. And thank you once again. And thank you to all my new subscribers. Love you all. Bye. Bye.
Ooh, since I found you, I've been running